When Claude Design first came out, you were really limited on its usage and it didn't have the same capabilities that it has today. In recent times, Claude Design has become a tool not just for creating decks or one-pagers. You can now create full animations that previously would have taken a graphic designer. Claude Design now even has templates to create things like 3D objects, research papers, wireframe, mobile app design, all in one place. These intro graphics were even made with the help of Claude Design. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the best way to create a design system which Claude Design uses to stay on brand. Then I'm going to show you some different ways that I've been using Claude Design for this week in AI. The first place to start is to find your design system, different colors that you like, logos for your company or product. And I have this all on the Figma page where you can see the different colors that we like to use, the different logos that we have, how we like to use our typography, and different visual language that we like to use across our branding. This is definitely a great place to start, but if you don't have something like this, you can either generate some assets using Claude Design or even Claude Code or ChatGPT image. There's a ton of different options, so find what you like or gather your assets, and that's where you want to start. And once you've gathered your assets, you have two different options. First is to create a new design system by going into Claude Design, which you can find at either claude.ai or in the desktop app, and clicking Create Design System. I always like to choose create here because this gives you more options when you're first starting out. The first thing you want to enter is your company name or blurb. So I'll just enter this week in AI. And from here, there's two places to start. One is to add as many assets as you can into add fonts, logos, and assets. You can just start dropping all the files that you have for your branding in here, and Claude Design will then go in and create the design system for you. The second option that I prefer is to use a GitHub that is specifically built as your design system with Claude Design in mind. And I'll show you how to set this up. You can see here that I have a GitHub that is specific to This Week in AI and Claude Design, and it has the design.md, it has the different colors that we use, and it's all right in one place. And this makes it really easy to audit using something like Claude Code or Codex. And if we look a little deeper, you can see there's a bunch of different reference files, including our thumbnail and different thumbnail options and templates. And then we also have our different fonts that we like to use, and it's all just right in here. And it's not necessarily locked into Claude Design. So if at some point I want to take this out of Claude Design, it gives me that option. And I've created a GitHub design template for you to use, which you can find in the link below. So all you need to do is put in the link, say, use this as a template for my design system that we will then put in Claude Code, and then just start uploading all of the assets that you have for your design system. And these can be screenshots of your colors that you can drag in here. These can be reference files, different templates, even headshots that once in Claude Design, it can use to create these thumbnails. The key here is to put as many assets as you can into the GitHub because it will base its context, its knowledge, its design understanding of your company or brand and use that to create an amazing design system. So once you've created your template, as I said, you can either use the GitHub or you can just upload your assets directly into the design system, paste in your GitHub repo link, add it, and now it's attached. So you really have two options here. I do like going with the GitHub. It's auditable. It's a little bit better in my opinion, because then you can take assets from your downloads, put them in the repo. I've definitely found some benefits there. Then you want to continue the generation, and it may ask you a few questions to dial in the design system. But then once that's completed and you have your design system, then we can start creating, and I'm excited to show you some of the templates that I have created. Before I show you what the design system looks like that we just created, I wanted to thank our friends at PayPal, the exclusive sponsor for This Week in AI. Try the payment and growth platform that's trusted by millions of customers worldwide. PayPal Open. Start growing today at paypalopen.com. Once your design system is created, you just have to go into design systems and then select your design system. Within here, you can see very organized the branding that it's created in terms of the different logos that it has saved, the different backgrounds it has, the way that it likes to have clear space around different images. And now we can look in the design system. Here you can see the description of This Week in AI, the core principles, the different sources where it's finding some of these files, some of the content fundamentals like no emojis, no em dashes, some of the visual foundations like the different colors, the type, including the fonts that we want to use. And then a little bit lower down, we can see the actual template. So for example, this would be a thumbnail. and then we have a title card, and then we have our logo family. So all of this you can see is baked into the design system, which we can then use to create wonderful assets. So how do you get started? All you need to do is go in and select your design system and then just describe your idea. And I've already started some, and I'll show you what those prompts look like. So just so they don't take a bunch of time and load right now. The first one that I created was the thumbnail for this video. It used the thumbnail template that I had given it originally. It used an image of myself, which I given it in that initial asset upload. And it also used some additional assets that I uploaded into this design session, including this logo that I got off the internet of the Claude Design icon. The prompt I used is pretty simple. It was create a thumbnail for a video on Claude Design replaces 10 tools with a headshot of myself. Use the attached images to show how to incorporate Claude Design in here while sticking to the This Week in AI branding. And I think it did a great job of using the template and using the This Week in AI branding and creating a very cohesive and on-brand thumbnail. And if we go back into the design system, you can see that it took from this episode thumbnail, kind of some of this basic organization, the way that it laid out the prompt and some of these backgrounds. So that's why the design system becomes very important, especially if you're doing a lot of repeatable things that you want to look consistent. You want to make sure that it's baked into the design template. And also a little side note, something that I found is that when you're creating a design system, if you're just describing what your logos look like or even uploading a Figma file, it actually doesn't use the actual files. Meaning that if you don't upload the exact files, Claude Design will basically try and redraw them or recreate your logo, which is not what you want. You want to give it the actual asset for it to use, which you will continue to see throughout this video. It's using the correct assets, not something it remade using AI. The next example that I wanted to show you was either an intro animation or an outro animation, either one, but I think it's awesome. You can see it uses all of the correct logos, has an awesome swipe, and puts our sponsor in there. And I created the prompt for this actually in Claude Code. I told it what I wanted in terms of a title card animation, and it gave me back a prompt from the assets that it knew were on my computer, including this animation, but then refined it a little. So it said extend animation logo sheen.html so that after the sting settles, which is this part, it transitions the title card layout, logo type upper left, sponsor block. And this shows you why I think it's important to have your design system grounded in a GitHub repo, because then your Claude Code can use that and create prompts for you that are actually on brand and understand the assets that Claude Design has. Now let's go back to the motion graphics that I showed you at the beginning. This one was made from a previous episode of This Week in AI, how to move from ChatGPT to an AI coworker. We can watch the first few seconds. ChatGPT is great. For most people, it's the first AI that actually felt useful. Then we can look at the animation that I created from that first few seconds of the video. To me, this is such high quality, on brand, and saves our graphics team so much time behind the scenes. You can see it's using the correct font and the correct logos. All I needed to do here was to get the transcript and the correct timestamps from this video, and then include a little bit of a prompt that I created again with Claude Code. And the last one that I wanted to try, and I'll do it live, was to model a 3D object of the This Week in AI logo. This was a pretty simple prompt, so we'll see what Claude Design comes up with. And you can see that it's listing the files that it has within logos, and you can see it started by listing the logo files that we had and looking through the design system. And something to note is the model that I'm using Opus 5, but you also have options as Sonnet 5, Fable 5, Haiku, all the different models. You are able to see that there is a little bit of a drop in quality if you're using Sonnet, and Fable 5 is kind of overkill for most of the designs that I'm creating. So I find that Opus is kind of that good in between where it creates things relatively quickly, but also has high quality. And if you want to try some of these prompts on your own, I've included some of them in the description below. And here I've finished generating the 3D design of the logo, and I think that this looks great, and I'm sure that there's a way to potentially incorporate this to the This Week in AI website, and I would definitely play around with creating 3D objects. This is super cool to fit wherever you want to export them to. And you can always share or export any of these files that we've created in whichever format you need. I hope you enjoyed this episode of This Week in AI, and let me know how you're using Claude Design in the comments below, and I'll definitely make a follow-up with more of the features and ways that I'm using it. See you next time.